Book is the latest and perhaps most ambitious effort by the great James Tynion IV. In this series, he's going to attempt what he calls true weird stories. And these are going to be stories about real-life alien abductions. Yeah, I know not everyone believes in it, but get ready, folks. Here it comes. Issue 1, or the first series, I should say, is going to focus on the legendary Betty and Barney Hill abduction story. This is probably the most famous, most infamous, and one of the first, if not the first, abduction stories that ever came out about alien abductions. In true Tynion fashion, he takes reality and fashions it to his own making. He gives us more insight into the real lives of Betty and Barney Hill. Betty and Barney Hill were both very active in the civil rights movement. They both worked day jobs to support that effort. And the story takes place as they're returning late one night back from a well-deserved holiday in Canada. Both they and their little pup are driving home late one night, coming from Canada, trying to make it home just in time for work. Betty is the first one to see the saucer. Turns out her sister had seen a saucer before, and she believed her. Barney, however, is kind of like a typical man of the 50s. He's a hard-working, congenial, no-nonsense guy, but he's quick to dismiss these things as just figments of these girls' imaginations. Even as it becomes clear that this object is not a satellite, it's not some kind of a plane, it's not some kind of a thing from our U.S. Air Force or something like that. Barney still is in denial that no, that just can't be what it is. Michael Avon Oeming, whose work I just adore since the days of Powers, which that was just a great run with him and Bendis. This man is one of the best minimalist cartoonists there is in the business. He handles all the art from penciling to coloring, and it just looks fantastic. This is a great team up of a great writer and a great illustrator. And then there's a backup story as well. This one is called Coney Island, and it is illustrated by the great Klaus Janson. So you get some really great artwork in this book and some great writing to boot, because Tynion writes the backstory too. And Coney Island is about this sighting way back in 1889, where there was this sighting of a guy flying around, what looked like a guy with some kind of a man-frog bat thing flying around in the sky, which was pretty much impossible back in those days. The Coney Island story is not only a joy to read, but it's also pretty informative from a historical point of view. Whether 1889 or the present day, people are still going to try to tell you that you didn't see what you saw with your lying eyes. Some lucky folks have already seen Blue Book that subscribe to James's Substack, but for most of us, this is a new thing, and this is a chance to jump on this story and get a taste of some true goodness, folks. This is an excellent book from beginning to end, and I cannot recommend it enough. So yes, Blue Book is something that I recommend highly, and I will be following as long as they're going to put this thing out. And that's going to do it for this Indie Comics review. Thanks again for stopping by. Sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you know when I'm making my next video. So until next time, see you guys in the funny papers. I not only love reading indie comics, but I've self-published several indie comics of my own. You can find them on my Alternative City shop, which has a link below this video. There, you'll find, along with my comics, t-shirts, stickers, and mystery boxes, you'll find pins and magnets that I call CBOs, or comic book originals, which are buttons, magnets, and pocket mirrors that I make from superhero comic books. These are one-of-a-kind items made from images cut directly from comic books, not photocopies, so each one is unique. Hey, don't forget to subscribe and leave a thumbs up.